Saratoga Township is home to one of the country's purest natural aquifers. Plentiful, clean, and clear, this water is integral to our way of life, to our economy, to our recreational outlets, and to the natural beauty we long to protect. Saratoga Township is also home to one of Wisconsin's most important agriculture industries, cranberry production. Contributing nearly $30 million to the state's economy, the cranberry bogs in this area require plentiful and clean water and originated here because of the water. But the aquifer is fragile, so fragile that the U.S. Geological Survey has identified it as highly susceptible to groundwater contamination. Fragile and threatened by a proposed dairy operation that includes 5,300 cows on approximately 7,000 acres. 4,600 of those acres would be clear-cut for irrigated vegetable crop production. The operation would use nearly 48 million gallons of water daily and spread more than 55 million gallons of liquid manure on those fields each year. That's bad news for our fragile aquifer. We already know the consequences of siting a large dairy on our sandy soil. Constructed in 2007, Central Sands Dairy is a large dairy in the Central Sands region. It sits just across the Wood County border in neighboring Juneau County, on geology that is just like that in Saratoga. Geology that is ill-suited to this form of agriculture. The sandy soil and high water table can't tolerate heavy manure application. That leads to groundwater contamination that can impact residential wells and the trout streams and lakes that support our way of life. It threatens our large and established cranberry operations, and it means sliding property values for all who live and work here. Nitrate levels like these, nearly 8 times the state standard for drinking water, are only one piece of the groundwater issue. In an area where residential wells are mostly sandpoint, tapping water as shallow as 20 feet below the surface, this kind of consumption threatens water levels, not just in area lakes and streams, but in residential wells too. And yet, our resistance is met with property destruction, with threats and insults to our homes, our businesses, our families. But we will not be intimidated, and you can help. Water knows no owner. It is a resource shared by all, but it is not an unlimited resource. It must be protected for this generation and all of those that follow.
Help us protect the land and the water in this beautiful place we call home.
Click here to protect this fragile resource for all to share.